Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Embakasi East Constituency Member of Parliament Babu Owino is still under custody. He was arrested a few days ago at the JKIA in the evening from Mombasa, where they had an Azimio meeting. They have breached the law because he spent more than, I think, 24 hours in custody before he was arraigned in court. So he was arraigned in court today, and the judge there granted him cash bail of about 200,000 Kenya shillings. So in the process of trying to pay so that they could release, or the members of the family wanted to pay so that they could walk away with the Babu Owino, a contingent of policemen was on a harassing spree. They were harassing everyone. The media was actually manhandled, relatives, everyone, and they actually whisked Babu Owino away. And the people who are trying to acquire his release, so they had to walk out with the money. They had carried the money. The media was actually thrown out, and people are just wondering what is happening. The lawyers could not be allowed in, and here I can assure you that the president of the court, Madam Koome, is on the spot, because what is happening in the country is more than the Nyayo era. Just take a look at what the lawyers are saying.
Wakili, what's going on? Wakili, what's going on?
What is going on is that people are being chased from court. We have been told we cannot stay here. You can see police officers are chasing us from court.
They are violent.
They are very violent. They are fully geared. We are not supposed to represent our clients even before the court. I don't know whether the court administrators, whether the Chief Justice is seeing this. If people are not able to come to court freely, I don't know then where we are supposed to go to. Why bring police officers before the court, before courts? It's the only sanctuary of justice that we know. How do you bring police officers full geared? They are removing everybody from the court. Whether you are a litigant, whether you are an accused person, you are all being removed from the court. Then we should be told whether the court is a place that is out of bound from the members of the public. I am very perplexed by what is happening in this country. How do you allow police officers fully geared with tear gas and clubbers in the courtroom to remove people who have come to seek for justice? Where else are we supposed to go to? Where else? Where else should we go, Kenyans? That's it's something unheard of. Why should you rearrest somebody and whisk him away even before it's processed by the court? Mr. Okachi has witnessed that.
Then it means, Council, we cannot even call that rearrest. That is sort of an abduction from the courts.
It is an abduction. It's a series of abductions. I do not even think we advocates are safe. But we shall continue. We shall die on our feet and not on our knees.
Yeah. Respect the Constitution. My appeal to the judiciary, to the Independent Commission, and the media. Let's guard.
You are saying they have arrested Babu Owino. I believe that you had not I believe that you had not completed processing the bail. So how have they rearrested him?
We have been chased. We went to pay cash bail there, and then we have been chased from there by.
So without paying cash bail, it means that Babu Owino had not yet been released. Have they?
What was to happen is, once the court has granted him the cash bail and bond terms, we go to the registry, we process, we pay, then he is released.
We have been chased from the registry by
they have chased this gentleman from the registry.
I have the cash bail here.
They have not been allowed to process the cash bail, but they have whisked away Babu Owino
While still in their custody, because they are not.
You can imagine somebody has been whisked, and Mr. Okachi is here. He has witnessed that. Somebody who was within the jurisdiction of the court, somebody which the court has admitted to bail, has been whisked away even without processing the bail. You can imagine where we are degenerating to. Where is the Chief Justice in this country? Where is the Chief Justice? Where is Honorable Martha Koome? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you allowing the courts to be defiled by police officers and by the state?
This administration is really acting with a lot of impunity, because we need to respect independent institutions. When a judge pronounces himself and says that Babu Owino has been granted bail, they should have allowed Babu Owino to walk scot-free because that is the law. You know, sometimes I have heard the president talk about anarchy and taking this nation into turning the nation into a banana republic, but he is championing it himself. You see, if we are going to have people who do not respect and obey court orders, then no one will, because it starts from the top. It is also very pathetic that we allow policemen in full gear, tear gas canisters are there, they have clubbers. It is like we have mandamano inside the courts, and they do it with a lot of impunity. And let me tell you something. I know these are members of a certain community thinking that by doing this, they are now protecting their government. If you scrutinize the conditions under which these policemen live, squalid conditions, and when people go outside there to fight for them, when people like Babu go outside there to fight for the economic liberation and emancipation in this country, they want to play their ethnic and tribal card. They are there protecting William Ruto, most probably, and Rigathi Gachagua, because that is their tribesmen. When will we learn? I thought that the police service had been turned into an institution that is now friendly to the wananchi, but far from it. So Babu Owino has been whisked away within the presence of the court. Where do we now leave the ruling of the judge who had granted him cash bail? And you wonder why this is happening. Babu Owino is a man I think William Ruto still harbors a revenge mission against Babu Owino because of what happened in Embakasi East constituency during the last election. In fact, let me tell you, if there are two constituencies in Nairobi that William Ruto cannot believe he missed out, is Lang'ata, where Jalango, of course Jalango is now dancing to his tune, and Embakasi East. It was hotly contested to the extent that I think the presiding officer there, the IEBC official, was found dead, and there's been accusations and counter accusations. Muraythi, who was the UDA candidate there, claims that Babu Owino is the one who had a foul play. He knows something about his death. But Babu Owino is claiming that, how could I kill someone when I've already won a seat? And he accuses, he's pointing an accusing finger to the UDA. And William Ruto does not still believe that Babu Owino won that seat because they wanted to use everything within their means. So it is like they want to frustrate him. And you know that Babu Owino has been a thorn in the flesh to William Samoei Ruto administration. This is the moment of reckoning. They want to frustrate him, most probably to show Babu Owino that they are in power. You see the kind of chest thumping that we have witnessed in this administration. I believe this is what they are doing. They just want to show Babu Owino that you can make noise there, but we are the people. Babu Owino is not allowed to walk scot-free today because the demonstrations are entering their third day. And they know very well that if Babu Owino is set free, then he is a well mobilizer. He can mobilize. So they don't want to let him free. And I think they will do that maybe today. And if things are not taken carefully, we are approaching a weekend and they might just decide that Babu Owino is going to spend another weekend inside the docks. The wife there is saying that Babu Owino is sick. Yesterday, she was declined entry even to see her husband, to give her medicine, and I also understand that Babu Owino has not eaten. And so this is just pathetic and quite inhumane. We don't need to go this direction. These people are afraid of Babu Owino. I think that the Nairobi politics is also taking center stage. I have heard people talk about Babu Owino ripe for governorship. And maybe it is one of the reasons why he's being frustrated. They are testing. If Babu Owino is arrested within Nairobi, will people rise up? Because they are also on a testing spree. These people just want to know what will happen if you if you arrest Babu Owino, and this is exactly what they're doing. They also want to see the reaction of Raila Amolo Odinga, perhaps to try and create a rift that when Babu is being frustrated, Raila is not coming for his rescue, and so they just want to see. But even the biggest part of it is this. Today, if you ask someone who understands politics in Nyanza, they will tell you that Raila is in his twilight days. The achievements of Raila Amolo Odinga will take many years before we get someone who has got all the accolades like Raila Amolo Odinga. He's done just quite a lot. And if you ask me, if there is one thing that I will remember Raila Amolo Odinga for, is the introduction of the devolution. I like that part because resources were being concentrated at the central level, where you had to beg the president so that development projects could be taken to your area. But right now, we have taken resources just down mashinani. That's one thing I like about him. I also understand, because some of us did not see the Nyayo era. We are told by, this is history that is being passed on from one generation to the other. We are told that Raila fought for the democratic space. Today we can get a moment to talk about William Ruto. We can criticize. You can go to the social media and say whatever you want. And I understand that it took the intervention of Raila and many others during those days. And I will tell you that right now, people are saying that Raila is about to go to retirement. Painfully though. And if you ask anybody who understands Luo politics and you ask them, who do you think will take over? Babu Owino's name will feature among the top 3. And you see, in Nyanza, people love people who are, politicians who are courageous, people who cannot easily be intimidated. And Babu Owino has manifested those credentials. You've seen the way he takes on even the previous governments. He took on Uhuru Kenyatta, the way he takes on William Samoei Ruto. He's not afraid. And I think they're testing whether Babu Owino has the guts and the audacity when he is taken into carceration. And one thing that is really bringing a rift between them is Babu Owino is poised to taking Nyanza if at all Raila would retire. He's one of the names. And William Ruto is seriously waiting for that opportunity to inherit Nyanza constituency. That is why he's working with people like Miguna, Evans Kidero. He's working with people like the former governor Okoth Obado and many others, because he believes that should Raila exit politics, then this is his to take. And he does not want people who could be stumbling blocks. The same way Rigathi Gachagua is dealing with people from Central, trying to bully anyone who he feels is a threat to him. And this is the reason why Babu Owino is suffering like this. If we allow this to happen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to degenerate so much into a level that we will not be able to come back. The lawyers and the litigants are being beaten anyhowly. They are being harassed. The media fraternity that were there are being chased out. Everyone. And we have police manned to the teeth as if they are going for war. When all this is happening, where is the president of the judiciary, Madam Koome, Madam Hot Air and Wild Goose Chase? Where are you? Because when this is happening under your watch, you are creating an environment where the courts are going to be reduced into a toothless dog, because you want to encourage this when the executive arm is really frustrating people. And let me just finish by asking this. When all this is happening, and we have a case of Omutata case pending, do we have a chance, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think we have a chance? I don't think so.